Another day, and then my baby says, he says, girl, all you got to do in this whole world is play music. Prettiest that you can. Music. Snap your fingers, clap your hands. Music. Laugh and let your heart feel glad. Everything will be alright. Now we got no money to pay the rent, and what we earn tonight, it's already spent. My baby says don't worry if times get hard. Just before the dawn, it always gets this dark, don't you know? When it gets so black, you think the end is near. So near. That's when all the stars appear like music. They light up the land. Music. Snap your fingers, clap your hands. Music. Laugh and let your heart feel glad. Everything will be alright. Just keep playing, girl. Everything will be alright. Just have faith that everything will be alright. Mm-hmm. Everything will be alright.
Accept my prayer, for without your guidance I can't find peace anywhere. The love I have for you is like no other love I've ever known. Your everlasting mercy, Jesus, me, you've always shown. And now, Lord, I want to see your face somewhere. I want to meet the King of Kings in the middle of the air. And now, Lord, it's my name, my name, my name written there. Oh, Master, please, 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 Lord, accept my prayer. Oh, please, 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 Lord, accept my prayer. Oh, Lord.
Good morning. You are tuned into 95.5 WART, the voice of Madison County. It's Ricochet Freeform Radio on Thursday morning. Good morning and welcome. You are tuned in to 95.5 WART. We're the voice of Madison County here in Marshall, North Carolina. And we are coming to you live from Main Street in Marshall in a little red caboose at the end of the road, by the river, by the train tracks. And we are streaming worldwide. For the Ricochet fans, thanks for tuning in to WARTFM.org. I wasn't planning on quitting this soon. I have a few more songs for this set of music, but I see what time it is, and I have to tell you all where you're at, what you're listening to. What's happening is 95.5, or the voice of Madison County, and this is Ricochet Freeform Radio. I'm your host, Ricochet. We're listening to some Yugoslavian funk and disco. What else? Yes, we like to bounce around from genre to genre and getting into a whole mess of vinyl this morning. This is called Hugoton Funk Volume 1, a decade of non-aligned beats, soul, disco, and jazz from 1969 to 1979. It's all funk from Eastern Europe. And the track that we just heard is called Afla, and it's from Igor Savin. Series of groove-infused compilations from the vaults of the biggest ex-Yugoslavian record label, Hugoton Records. Is that Eastern Europe or what? Anyway, before that, we heard a mess of Yes. We heard like half of a Yes record because this is community radio. We get to do that. And I love it. We heard from the record Fragile, a few songs from there, Cans and Brahms. Extracts from Brahms' Fourth Symphony in E minor, third movement. We heard We Have Heaven. And we heard South Side of the Sky, the last three songs off of the first side of that Fragile record. We heard the theme from the King of Kings movie soundtrack. You know, that's my Uncle Bob's record. Shout out to all the Uncle Bobs out there. That one was Ferrante and Teicher, who wrote a lot of themes for a lot of movie soundtracks. Getting out that crackly bacon this morning with some old vinyl, and also getting out the sludge with my Monocot record. The song was Ruby Throated, and you know that's Rosalie Middleman and Jason Gertz on their Monocot record called The Direction We Know, and it comes off of Feeding Tube. It's from 2019. We start our set with the song Music by the Ace of Cups. I am here doing what I love to do, surrounded by a mess of vinyl, and we're going to keep going with The Clash. Keep it locked right here, 95.5 WART.
I've had an awful lot of requests recently, asking what happened to all those old songs. So just for you tonight, we're winding the clock up and playing them for you.
I've always wanted to cross the ocean. I've always wanted to cross the sea. I've always wanted to go. There is a train at Fashion City, waiting
before I rode this rhythm train. I could not work at my station before I rode the precious train. So on there was a train at Virgin City waiting for the rhythm mail. If you can jump, then jump right now. She can pull you through to better days. She can pull you through to better days. Pull you through to better days. Better days.
Are you a have or a have not? Because if you're a have not, you probably had it. Whereas if you're a have, you've probably got it and are going to give it away at some time in the future.
Thank you.
Nothing's wrong, girl. You're feeling so tough. Just one girl for me, and that ain't enough. Ha! I gotta love them all, babe, not just a few. Gotta love them all, girl. That's what I got to do. Oh yeah. Talk about girls. I mean girls. Talk about girls. Girls that beg for more. See that little just walking by. Turns me on when she gives me the eye. There goes another one looking so fine. I won't be happy till I make her mine. I gotta love them all, not just a few. I gotta love them all, baby. That's what I got to do. Oh yeah. Talk about girls. Talk about girls. Talk about girls. Girls that beg for more. Talk about girls. 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 Talk about women. Talk about girls. Girls, girls, girls.
I've been told when a boy kisses a girl, she takes a trip around the world, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 please say you do. Mama says when you kiss my lips, I get a thrill through my fingertips, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 please say you do. Well, I'm talking my boy. Don't you know I mean boy? Well, I'm talking my boy. Don't you know I mean boy? Well, I'm talking my boy. Hey, what a bundle of joy. Well, I'm talking my boy. Don't you know I mean boy? Well, I'm talking my boy. Don't you know I mean boy? Well, I'm talking my boy. Hey, what a bundle of joy. Boy, I know I'm talking my boy. Well, boy, I'm talking my boy.
Good morning. Once again, you are tuned in to 95.5 WART, the voice of Madison County. We're listening to the Shirelles. I got a bunch of vinyl here. And we just heard Boys from their greatest hits album. And before the Shirelles, we heard this cool record I got from Harvest recently called Nuggets, Original Artifacts from the First Psychedelic Era, 1965 to 1968. And the song was Let's Talk About Girls by the Chocolate Watch Band. Had a little theme going on. I didn't mean to. It was last minute. I was going to play a different song off of this Nuggets album, and then I saw the name of that one and was like, hey, maybe they'll go together. I know I have a cold. You can tell. Before that, we heard the OCs. Oh my gosh. Too rockin' for this early in the morning? Don't care. They blow me away every single time. I listen to the OCs, I just am like blown away. They're so good. I can't handle it. That was a live album that I have of theirs from 2021, from Austin, Texas. It's the Levitation Sessions, Volume 2. They have so much music. They put out so much music that it's intimidating, and I've sort of resisted digging into all of it and learning more about them. They've been around since like 1997, and the band members change. And then there's a couple that are always the same. I want to see them live. I want to get more into them. Be prepared. If it's too rockin' for you, I don't know. They have a lot of psychedelic stuff that's a little on the mellower side, too. Before that, we heard... Oh, and the song was called The Dream. Duh. Hello. Before that, we heard from The Clash. My favorite Clash album, Sandinista, Version City, from 1980. Don't tell anybody it's my favorite Clash album. It's controversial. No, obviously I'm telling everyone. I love it because I love reggae, and I don't mind at all when the Clash put some dub stuff in their songs. Really enjoy it. And this one is like 3 or 4 LPs, and that was Version City. Forgot to mention, because I kind of threw it on last minute, we started off our show right after the Ace of Cups with Shirley Ann Lee with Please Accept My Prayer, because I do like to start off with a little prayer, a little good morning blessing. And then we got into that super sludgy monocut. I didn't have an idea in mind of what to play for the show this morning. Even though I've been listening to music constantly, nothing really was rolling around in my head for the show. And I had piles and piles of little piles of records all around my living room, so I thought, I bet if I just go ahead and put those away, I'll remember, I'll figure something out. I'll find some stuff that I want to play. And sure enough, here I am, surrounded by vinyl, doing what I love to do the most, to share my records with y'all. I also wanted to share, I wish I had a little background music here right now, because I know I have a cold. Hopefully it's like cute, like my kids have been sick this week too. And when like your loved one is sick and you're sad because they don't feel good, but you're also like, oh, it's kind of cute. You're cute when you sniffle. So we'll play it that way. But I wanted to talk about, I've been obviously dipping into my herb and supplement supply, and I've had on my mind some of our local herbalists on the brain, because there's just a lot going on in that world. And if you live here in Madison County and you're interested in herbalism, or you learn about it, like, it is so rich. I can't even choose like what amazing person to learn from, because we have just a lot of powerhouses in our herbalism community. And the first person I'm thinking of is Janet Kent, who is one of the founders of radical activism. And I did a workshop with her a month ago. It was about grief, and we made a little grief potion. We made a cordial, and it was in downtown Asheville. There was a really cool art installation called Hello Death, Where Have You Been All My Life? And it's not there anymore, but it was cool. And so she did a workshop about grief, and we made a really cool hawthorn elixir potion thing. And I've been shaking it all around in my kitchen for a month, and it's ready to be opened and enjoyed. And with this most recent cold that I got, it feels really timely, and nice to be opening it and enjoying it at this time when I am clearly needing some extra nourishment. But I don't have COVID. I took a COVID test yesterday. It was negative. It's just regular old end of summer, blah, blah, blah. The other person I wanted to talk about, so thanks, Janet, again, for the amazing workshop. And yeah, you got to go through it. Don't worry about me. You know, I'm taking care of it. I'm going to the workshops. I'm taking the potions and stuff. You figure out how to do it for you, because gosh, there's been a lot lately. If you haven't lost someone in the past few years, I'd be surprised. So the next person I wanted to talk about was Rebecca Beyer, who just wrote a book, and I've been peeping it at the French Broad Food Co-op. I haven't picked it up yet. It's called Wild Witchcraft, and she is an amazing forager in our area. Wild Witchcraft is folk herbalism, garden magic, and foraging for spells, rituals, and remedies. And it looks amazing. And just as I started to process that and make a plan to pick that up, she announced that she is releasing a new book in 2023 called Mountain Magic, which seems even more like, what? It's explore the secrets of old-time witchcraft. Ooh, sounds amazing. So if you're interested in those topics, definitely check out some of those books that are coming out. The last person I wanted to talk about was Asia Suler. I've been following for years. Got to do some Reiki with once. She's amazing. She's got a studio here on the island in Marshall. And what made me want to talk about her was this interesting time that we're in. Happy September 1st, very beginning of September. Sort of a new season, but not really, right? So she talks about it. I'm getting this right off of her Instagram page, and she wrote a book recently as well, which is also why she's been on my mind. And let me grab that. So I think herbalists tend to have this really folky, fey sort of, I don't want to say innocent, I'm not sure what the right word is, but I'm not sure what the right word is, but I want to emphasize how powerful these people are in our communities. If you need to find food, herbalists can go out into the field and feed you. They can cure ailments and diseases, injuries, all kinds of things. They're intuitive. They're talking to plants. They're communicating in all these different ways. It's wild. So, yeah, these are female presenting people. They're gorgeous. They're gentle and tender, and they tend to the earth. They're also completely powerful and just really just powerful beyond, I think, we give herbalists credit for. So I did want to point that out. Asia's new book is Mirrors in the Earth. And if you've never had a chance to listen to her talk or read anything that she's written, oh my gosh, she just has a way with words. It's very beautiful, connects you with nature right away, and it's magical. So she was talking about the Chinese calendar on her Instagram page, and she talks about an extra season that blooms between the spaces of late summer and autumn, long summer as it's called, a liminal season, when that lasts the small handspan of time between the end of August and the equinox arrival of fall, a time marked by the fire of late blooming pineapple sage and copper-headed sunflowers, fuchsias, golden grain, coming into their ripeness. Traditionally, long summer was a time of embracing lush stillness, that quiet that comes with the last breath of heat, the calm that precedes the filling cool of fall. Within every big movement is a more subtle cycle, and in this transitional season we enter into the earth element, a time of butter light and bone-deep need for rest, This short season of in-between asks us to reroot in our foundations before the sweep of fall. It is a sacred pause for integration, an invitation to come back into a state of balance after the hubbub of summer and find a place of peaceful neutrality before the waning of autumn begins. I've got the feelies for you in between. Keep it locked right here, 95.5. you are hearing the Pace Setters, produced by Brian Eno, super groove from Africa. That song was called Moonlight Africa. And I do have some more vinyl for you, and I also do have some stuff on my Bandcamp. I have some brand new music from Ako, A-K-O. It's called Perfect Darkness 1. And before that, before the Pace Setters, we heard the Feelies with In Between. And if you were listening to my words that I was reading and you didn't catch the beginning, I was reading some of Asia Suler's writing. And let's keep it going here with new music on my Bandcamp. It's called Perfect Darkness 1.
world I see. 'Cause if not, I wonder if we're fine. I can't help but wonder if you'd rather be set free. You feel oh so distant, though you say you're mine. Yes, you say. You are my girl for now. Ooh, for now. I can't help but wonder if somewhere things changed for you. Because when you're with me, you're not here. I keep trying to tell myself that all of these doubts I feel are all simply stories dressed in fear. Then you say, you are my girl for now. Ooh, for now. Oh, you say that you love me. Oh, you say that you care. How careless can you be to leave me out here in the cold, cold air? Heartbroken, heartbroken for now, for now, for now.
You know, when I was small, every Sunday I used to go to church with my sisters and my brother. And boy, did I really hate it.
Oh no, this is not a song that I want to play off of this Universal Rhythm record about not wanting to go to church when you're little. I wanted to play a different song. Give me a second here. It's called It's the Work. It's from Universal Rhythm. And sometimes you get a good $2.99 record, and there's a couple good songs off of it. You gotta find them. This is a good one off of this one. Let's make sure. Who knows what is up right now? I think it's probably that it's spinning around in front of my face, yeah? No, y'all. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if we can get this going. It is a very fun song. Here it is. All right, here's the good one off of this Universal Rhythm from Ralph McDonald. Trust me.
control. Let it flow. Carry us to places still unknown. I know I can give it all up to you, baby. I'm always fly. I'm always. Got so many things I gotta do. 100 ways to try being you now. Waiting for the signal for a cue. Keep me busy whilst I'm waiting, wasting time now. I got so many things I gotta do. 100 ways to try being you now. Waiting for the signal for a cue. Keep me busy whilst I'm waiting, wasting time now. 'Cause I know, feeling in the moment, let go. You can't trust me, lose control. Let it flow. Carry us to places still unknown. I know I can give it all up to you, baby. I'm so
Well, you know I had to sneak in some new music too for you. And we just heard some brand new classical music from Ed Carlson. It just came out. That's the title track from his new one called On Eloquence, and it is indeed. Before that, we heard OM Days. That one's not new. It's from 2019, I think. Featuring Terry Walker. It's Always Fly. I'm sending you all the flyness this morning from here on Main Street in the caboose. And you send me some flyness too. And before that, we heard I finally got it together and found that universal rhythm song that I wanted to hear, Playpen. Yeah, it's a 1984 record. And it's true what I was saying. A lot of times you find a bin of like $1 record or $2 records, and you have to just judge and be like, that looks cool, and hope that maybe there's 1 or 2 good tracks on it. And that's exactly what happened with this one. It's $2.99. I think I got it at a thrift store. And there's a picture of Saturn on the record. It's a Ralph McDonald album. And it has clouds and a picture of Saturn. And the font on it is cool and a little bit like modern for 1984. And Ralph McDonald's picture is on the back, and he looks really cool. I like his outfit a lot. So it seemed kind of ahead of its time a little bit. If you're a font dork, shout out. If you recognize a font and you're like, ooh. So, you know, I got it. It's $2.99. There's like 2 good songs on it. We heard Playpen is the one that I like. And the one that I kept wanting to queue up called It's the Game. But we got on track. And gosh, I've got you here for a few more minutes. It's 8:45 on September 1st. You're listening to Ricochet Freeform Radio on 95.5 WART, the voice of Madison County here in Marshall, North Carolina. Here in the background, we're hearing Van Morrison. You know, I'm going on a little Van Morrison kick lately. It's not a bad place to be. The song is Spanish Steps. And I think I covered... Oh, you know what? We heard The Sacred Souls before Universal Rhythm. Yes, we did. Brand new music. I love their new album. The song is called For Now. And I have it here on my Bandcamp. Before that, we heard from Echo, Perfect Darkness. And then that Pace Setters record before that. So now officially all caught up. What's next for us? I want to tell you about CHC Community Housing. It's celebrating their 20-year anniversary. What? That's wild. I love it. Congratulations. They are having a little party on September 8th from 3 to 7 p.m. There's going to be 798 Walnut Creek Road. That's going to be the new Reclaim store. And there's going to be family, fun, food, friends, cakewalks. You got to give it to Marshall. I did not know what a cakewalk was. And when I moved to Marshall years ago, all of a sudden there was not a party without a cakewalk. It's such a cool thing to do. It's such a cool tradition to have. We always have one, and we have so many great bakers who love to offer their cakes. There's going to be music by David Hughes and a 20% discount on everything in the Reclaim store. They have awesome stuff over there. Like if you just little end table, little bookshelf, a little lamp, you can have an idea in mind, and where you kind of think like, oh, I'll never find this in Marshall. The idea that I have in mind is like too specific. But you know what? You hop into the Reclaim store, a lot of times it's like right there in front of you. Because Marshall is a magical place. And we know this. I'm in a little radio station in a caboose here. What is that about? I love it. This is so my joy to bring this to you. So make sure you check out this event to celebrate more community and more fun and more interesting things that we have going on here in Marshall. And again, congratulations to the CHC for their 20-year anniversary and all of the hard work they do in our community, connecting people to resources and the things that we need. Shout out to all the parents, people going back to school, parents and kids going back to school. It's a busy time of year. Labor Day coming up. If you're heading out this weekend and you're patronizing restaurants and hotels and Airbnbs, please take care of the people who are working. Because, well, first of all, it's not that fun to work during a holiday whose intention is to get some rest and take a break. And secondly, there's a weird rhythm in the hospitality industry where you kind of make most of your income for the month in this one weekend, and then after that, people go back to school, start to get into a new routine. People with second homes go back to Florida. And things get really quiet in hospitality and food service. So do make sure that you're taking care of your people, and that you're being very kind and patient if you're out and about this weekend. And happy Labor Day. And yeah, happy first week of school. We're unschoolers. We homeschool. I take care of stuff at home. My kids are getting a little older. I'm starting to delegate a lot of my responsibilities, and it feels really good to have a little more time for myself, a little more help for some more people for my kids to hang out with. And it's interesting. If you have kids, I always want to encourage parents to find creative ways to support their education. And I don't just mean pulling them out of school and homeschooling. It's a huge undertaking, and I'm well aware that not everyone can do that. But if you are within the school system, please find creative ways to advocate for your kid, to stick up for your kid, to find the right situation for your kid, because I think in our culture we kind of take for granted the teacher-student relationship. In other cultures, it's a little more special and sacred and reciprocal. And here, a lot of times your kid has a teacher they don't like, and it's like, oh, well, you always have someone you're not going to get along with, right? Just figure it out and get used to it. 'Cause we don't want to cause a fuss. Probably some of our own little kid stuff. We want the principal to like us. We don't want to cause trouble. But at the end of this education journey, your kid will remember that you stuck up for him, that you took some time to get them in the right situation, because we all learn differently. We all learn very differently and have very different brains. If your teacher does not understand how your brain works or how you are, or accept how you are as a person, you're probably not going to learn very much from that teacher. And that teacher is not going to grow and learn from you. So taking a little bit of time, making a fuss, changing their situation, finding some creative solution to make sure that they are getting their needs met, so worth it. Good luck to all the kids and parents out there. It's a lot to take on, y'all. But the kids are number one. Family's number one, right? So that's what I have to say today on this September 1st for Ricochet Freeform Radio. I do have you for 10 more minutes. What should we do? I got a new Julia Nunez song. It's so good. Every time she comes out with a new song, I get so excited. She's been around for a long time. So let's hear that. And then I'll probably play a little bit more vinyl for you. So thank you once again for listening to your favorite community radio station here in Marshall, North Carolina, 95.5 WART, the voice of Madison County. Here's a new one from Julia Nunez.
You make people evil to punish the past. Stuck inside a sequel with a rotating cast. Don't think the right one will come until you relax. You need to take a deep breath. Can you obsess about like you, trying to make sense out of the world, make lessons out of all the pain, try to explain how it could be. And like a child discovering that I can't always trust everything, but I'm strong, and life is long. Life is long. Life is long. So what do you want? Who are you gonna be? What makes you happy? What do you want? Who are you gonna be? What makes you happy? Life is long, no matter the length of time you spend here. Life is long.
love seeing all the interesting places this show it takes us. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Ricochet Freeform Radio on 95.5 WART, the voice of Madison County. You're hearing the drums in the background from Portamento, Book of Revelations. Before that, we heard new music from Julia Nunez, Life is Long. And with these interesting, thoughtful revelations on life, I leave you to begin again. You'll be hearing from me next Thursday on another episode of Ricochet Freeform Radio. Take care. Be good. Bye.